Franchise mode today. Going to be rebuilding the Cleveland Browns. So I'm doing this in the live stream format on YouTube from my PlayStation. The only reason I'm doing that is because you can't record over 15 minutes. I'm doing a rebuilding video today. I've done this by myself a lot of times, but I've never done one on stream or on video of me doing, a rebuild. So, you know what? We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to rebuild the Cleveland Browns, skip all this shit. Larry Ridley, nobody cares. Let's get right into this. So, basically, I'll give you some tips of what I like to do, especially with the Browns, because the Browns, that's easily one of the best teams to rebuild because they're just so bad. um, we're gonna change our role. We're gonna be an owner. I'm not gonna be a coach because you can't get fired. I don't want to get fired. And we're going to use the financial mogul on the owner because I find that if I spin like I like to, then using any other one is going to put you in debt very, very easily. I like to spend. That's how I build my franchises. And yes, I am using my real name here. I know you guys know that's not right. There we go. Don't want to look like a retard. Let's go ahead. We're gonna start at the preseason and not the regular season because if we start at the preseason, we get to take a look at all of the free agents available, see if we can get anybody. And I think the first thing that we're gonna do is probably trade or try to sign a quarterback out of free agency. Most likely we're gonna trade for, I would say, AJ McCarron. We'll probably bring AJ McCarron on. The good thing about all this is that we have a good offensive line to build around, as you can see. I have a really nice offensive line other than Mitchell Schwartz and Grego, but that can easily be fixed. Still got good old Barn over here, and it still has Josh Gordon in the game, man. Alright, so we have to make some cuts. And here's the first thing. What's the first position we're gonna go for here? Fuck Josh McCown. That's the first thing. Get rid of him and get rid of Connor Shaw. Now on the running back side, or the wide receiver side, we're gonna get rid of. We're gonna get rid of Terrell Pryor. Just gonna go ahead and we made 3 total cuts. I think 2 of those were quarterbacks, and 1 was a wide receiver. So now let's check out the trade center. We're gonna do that first. Actually, you know what? No, we are going to check we're gonna check the free agent market first. Alright, so let's see what we got here. We got a fullback. I want to look at wide receivers. I think, yeah, this is who I was hoping would be here. Reggie Wayne. He's old, but if we can, for $1 million, just $1 million, it will make it work for the first season. Nothing's going to be here in terms of quarterbacks. Obviously, you just have Josh McCown because we just released him. Running backs wise, the only thing we really got Ray Rice and Joseph Randle. What's his stats actually? Speed 87, 88. You know what? Let's get Joseph Randle on a 1-year contract, and then we'll check out a corner maybe. Alfonso Denard. At a 78, you can't really complain. Okay. I gotta release somebody. See, we got Reggie Wayne in the slot, and that's actually probably going to be a pretty good spot for him considering 81 speed. He's still got 77 route running, 86 catching traffic, 83 spec catch, 87 catching. So hey, you know what? It'll work. We need to cut somebody else though. My team's salaries. Maybe need to go for another. Maybe need to go for a fullback as well, but Yeah, okay, get rid of this guy. Who are these guys that... Right here. Reggie Wayne, Joseph Randall, which I just signed those guys, so... Greco, Alex Mack. It's a corner right there. We'll just go ahead and release him. Released him, gained $0, but hey, we didn't lose anything, and we're gonna go pick up another one. So, where's it at? Where's it at? There, nope, there we go. Alfonso Denard, that's who we want. Okay, so this team's already starting to look better than it did. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna head into the trade center. As you can see, cornerback went way the fuck down. We still need a linebacker and a quarterback. There's AJ McCarron, as I was talking about. We're actually going to go ahead and trade for him. We're going to give them our... We're going to go ahead and give them our... We'll give them our... We'll see if they want this, our 6th round pick. Alright, awesome. So that's our 6th round pick, and now we have a new quarterback. I don't know what I was doing there. Now we're going to actually look at another wide receiver. John Brown. Nah, actually, we're going to go look at a running back, maybe. Which, we just signed Joseph Randall, so maybe that's not the best course of action, and a wide receiver don't really need one at the moment. Or Zach Brown. That could help out, and DeQuell Jackson. Check that out, and another cornerback, Keenan Lewis. You know what? We're going to go and try to get Zach Brown. We'll give them how about a 5th round pick for next year for Zach Brown? Awesome. That's what we wanted. And now, this team is starting to look much, much better. So now we have Carlos Dansby and Zach Brown. I'm pretty sure this team runs a 3-4. Let me check. Yeah, we need to be running a 3-4. We're going to be running a base 3-4. I'm not sure if Mike Pettin runs a 4-3 or 3-4. I've never used the Browns defense before, so I couldn't tell you. But now, as you can see, our linebackers starting to look pretty good. Now we got Carlos Dansby and Zach Brown. So let's go ahead and, let's see here. Also on the trade block. Free safety, but we still have Tashawn Gibson. So that doesn't really matter. And I'm pretty sure Tashawn Gibson should go up pretty well by the time we get to the regular season. So let's go ahead. We've made our signings for week 1, and I just kind of want to see how we do in this first preseason game before I completely sim, because I want to make sure that there's no real holes heading into the next season. So
check out game prep before this week's game to earn XP.
Yeah, we lost. Alright, so Kwan Williams, we've got an offer for him. 3rd round draft picks and whatnot. Then a defensive tackle, a safety. Where's Kwan Williams at on the roster, though? There's Tremon, Alfonso Denard, and he is our 4th right now. I think we're going to actually keep him because we already have Dante Whitner. I don't know why I thought it would be a good idea to get a safety. Fuck game prep. We're just going to go ahead and skip past all this shit so it doesn't keep telling us every week. And then we're going to actually sim to the mid-season instead of going to the regular season. Sorry, I can't skip past this part to kind of show you what happens. I can only kind of talk over it and tell you the decisions that we're going to be making. That's kind of the bad part about live streaming, is that, and just uploading straight to YouTube, so that you can't necessarily go back and edit your videos to make them shorter for the people watching. So for anyone who is happening to watch the video and has already gotten this far, I'm sorry that you have to sit here and see this, but I'm only going to be doing about 3 or so seasons. I'm going to give myself about 3 seasons to build a Super Bowl, hopefully a Super Bowl winning roster, or close to. We've already made some necessary signings and trades. The one thing that you need to do with the Browns is fucking sign a quarterback, because they have nothing at the quarterback position. Going for AJ McCarron is obviously the first choice because he's young. He's an 80 overall at the beginning if you use the active roster. So it's a pretty good decision to go with, and go and sign yourself a running back too. I mean, Isaiah Crowell is not bad. Duke Johnson is terrible. I mean, these are not the best. These are not the best players in the world to sit here and have to play with, and I think everybody knows that. But if you can make, some necessary signings, make some trades, then hey, you know what? Go for it, because that's what you're gonna have to do. Now, we'll probably, hopefully, do bad. I'm hoping that we do bad, because I do want a high draft pick. Probably gonna have to get another quarterback. I don't think we're gonna stick with AJ McCarron. I've stuck with AJ McCarron in some franchises in the past that I've done. Like, I sit here, I'll sim franchises. A lot of people do that. That's one fun thing. This is a long video, but hey, you know what? You're gonna get to see the ins and outs of doing this on Madden. And I hope they keep this aspect for Madden 17, except the one thing I wish they would change for 17 is really drafting and scouting. And they just don't need to make it as simple as it is, because it's very, very, very simple. Very simple. So, they need to, in my opinion, make it a little bit more like 2K with My League and My GM. Both are very good in game modes to play. Both have different aspects about them that make them good. In My League especially, you don't really have the opportunity to sit there and upgrade your play, or not really upgrade your players, but develop your players. Like, you just go based off of what you have. And that's why a lot of people do My League whenever they reload a franchise instead of doing My GM. That's what you'll see. Awesome. So let's see where we are. We are 7-1.
Your remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
What are we doing so right? AJ McCarron is having a good year. Joseph Randall is not. Can't say I didn't expect that. Receiving wise, Josh Gordon, Travis Benjamin, Hartline, Barnage, Joseph Randall. Where's Reggie Wayne? Is he gone? What about defensive wise? So, Carlos Dansby leading the team in tackles. Second would be Kwan Williams. 1 tackle for loss. What about sacks? 4.5 sacks for Barkevius Mingo, and 4.5 for Randy Starks. 3.5 for Paul Kruger. What about picks? Anything so far? 2 for Carlos Dansby, 2 for Joe Hayden, 2 for Alfonso Denard, 1 for Barkevius Mingo, 1 for Tashawn Gibson, and Jordan Poyer also has 1. What about fumbles? Got any forced fumbles? 2 by Tashawn Gibson, 2 by Kwan Williams, 1 by Carlos Dansby, and wow. Okay, so we're not doing bad. I actually think that we're going to sim from here, because this is going so well. I think we're going to actually you know what? Nope. We're going to take this opportunity to... Dude, I hate this so much.
Select to scout this player and unlock his best skill. Use this each skill unlock will cost you.
This guy's gonna suck. It's gonna be like a 4th round pick. Nope. Second rounder, or was that a late second rounder? Mid-second rounder, awesome. So a wide receiver is definitely something that this team needs. We need a good wide receiver. We don't need a tackle, that's for sure. So, and I don't like anything that I see so far. We don't need an offensive lineman, so we're just gonna go ahead and skip past all these guys right here. and go for receivers. Darius McKinney. Looks like he might be something. He could be. We're not sure, but could be. Travis Parker. Ah, very good looking player indeed. Is he a pass rusher? Yeah, he has to be. Okay. Defensive end. I'm looking for anybody that's in my scheme. I'm not going to be looking for anybody past that point. So here's another pass rusher. I don't know about that. Keep looking. Here's a quarterback. That's the first quarterback that we've seen. Consistency, throw power, and throw actual. Ooh. Jackson White. Definitely adding him to the watch list. But, if something actually works out and we're able to keep, like, if AJ McCarron closes out this season doing well enough for us, we're going to probably end up keeping him. He's not having a bad year, as a starter. He's actually doing quite well, so can't knock him for that. Where in the fuck is Reggie Wayne? Is he dead? Update, guys. Reggie Wayne died. Don't know where he went. Man, that deep accuracy is just atrocious. God, his throwing stats are just atrocious. Everything. I remember when AJ McCarron was at Alabama, and he was very, very good. But Alabama offensive players, well, okay, you can make the argument for a few, like Julio Jones, and there's offensive linemen, Sean Alexander. Like, you can make the argument for certain players. But for the most part, I've noticed not too much really ever comes out of it for Alabama offensive players. I mean, not to knock the university. Actually, no, I'm gonna knock the university because I'm a Tennessee fan. But awesome, Joseph Randall now above an 80, so we should have a B at our running back position. Nope. Never mind. Spoke a little too soon there. Don't think we have many young guys on this O-line, but you know what? That's okay. And you got Tashawn Gibson over here. I don't know why he's not rated a higher overall. There we go. Get his zone coverage and his tackle up. Definitely want to get that zone coverage up, especially for safeties. It's a big thing. This is a very strong division this year, I must say. So, we've got some work to do. Don't know how many games we're going to lose. I can't believe we're 7-2 at this point in the season. What did we do that was right? I mean, honestly, what did we do that was right? And we've won again, and we're 8-2, still leading this division, man. I don't know what we're doing, but we're doing something right. Like, it might be the defense. Maybe the defense. Maybe this is like the league's best defense. Maybe honestly, maybe this is the league. This is the defense of the century right here. Simply because we signed Alfonso Denard and Zach Brown. Like, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's that offensive line. Nope. 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 Okay, we're not gonna do that. Nope. The second round is where you really start to get your franchise players in terms of receivers. No. Okay. This guy might be something. This guy's going to be something. He's a red zone threat, but he looks like he could be something very, very good. We're gonna have to. That might be somebody we need to add to our watch list, especially coming into the second round. I really want that quarterback, though. Really do want that quarterback because it looks like we might. I'm not sure, man. AJ McCarron has been playing well enough for us. We might need to keep him around. Might just need to keep him around and end up not taking a quarterback in this draft. Save it for another one. Like I said, I'm going to do 3 years. We did lose that game to the fucking Ravens, man. Obviously, this team has some issues because it is the Browns. And I mean, simply put, that's how it is. It is the Browns. It's pretty much all you can really say about them. But we do need a little bit better pass blocking on the O-line. I'm not sure. I think Joseph Randall's probably going to have about a 1,000-yard season. It looks like it, if he stays healthy enough. If he stays healthy enough. Now, look, if he ends up like going up to about between 4 and 4.5 yards a carry on the season, I might actually keep him around too. But for right now, because he hasn't necessarily done that well on a per carry average, I feel like I can go out and get somebody better, especially in free agency. Just me though. We're 9-3, 4 games remaining, but I want to see more out of Joseph Randall on a per carry average. I don't want to see 3 to 3.5 yards a carry. Like that's not gonna cut it. 9-4, still leading the division. Let's check out AJ McCarron's passing stats. Still, he's having a very good year, even though he's not the best. Joseph Randall's still averaging 3.7 yards and 7 touchdowns. He's only had 7 touchdowns. That hasn't even changed. We go back to when we were 7-1, and I checked the stats. Like he had 7 touchdowns. So I don't think I'm gonna keep him around. Like he's gonna hit 1,000 yards on the season, but I don't see me keeping him around. I think we can have a better chance of going and finding a good running back in free agency, and by that I mean Matt Forte, because I'm pretty sure he'll become a free agent. I hope. I very much hope. 9-5. Don't blow this at the last fucking minute. We're gonna go 9-7. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. This is week 16, so we only have one more week left. I know that this has been dragged the hell out, but stay with me. This is just the first season. And if you're still like I said, we're gonna go 9-7. That's kind of deflating, honestly. But, you know what? It's all for the greater good. It's all for the greater good. I gotta get that deep accuracy up, man. That just pisses me off, how low that is. Check out Joseph Randall's stats again. Like I said, if he keeps them going up, then I might, I could see myself doing something. 3.8, and he actually hit. Wow, had a very good game. Well, no, 2 good games. Never mind. He's averaging about 70 yards a game, and he's had 2 touchdowns in the last 2. So he is a 1,000-yard rusher. Is producing. So maybe we can keep him. You know what? Actually, I might actually bring this to this episode to an end and make this a series instead. I just thought of that. I know that's I know I said I was going to do about 3 seasons in this, but I am very, very tired. And we went 9-7, as I said we would. We ended up finishing 3rd in the division. I can't say I'm not surprised, but, whatever. We're going to get his awareness up. We're going to get AJ McCarron's awareness up. Bring that up. I don't know why, but just what we're going to do, man. So let's go check our final stats. Really, the one thing that I need to do is upgrade Joseph Randall. Get that awareness up. So let's go check the final stats on the season. Actually, I'm going to check. Again, I'm going to keep looking at who we can upgrade, or who has the most XP, so we can upgrade. Awesome. So AJ McCarron had 4,052 yards, 29 touchdowns, 16 picks, Rushing, Joseph Randle, 297 rushes for 1,125 yards. That's 3.8 yards per carry, 10 touchdowns. Isaiah Crowell had 155 for 528. That's 3.4 yards a carry and 10 touchdowns as well. We had 2,000-yard receivers, Josh Gordon and Brian Hartline. Hartline with 6 more receptions than Gordon, and Gordon having 1 more touchdown. Gary Barnidge had an year, but in terms of blocking, we allowed 14, 15, 16, so we allowed 17 sacks total on the year. Could be better, could be worse. Carlos Dansby led the team in tackles. It's not bad at all. 149 on the season total. That could be much worse. And then we got Zach Brown out of a trade this past year, and he ended up having 95 for us. So that's not bad at all. We led the team in sacks. We had wow, okay, so very good production out of the linebacking core. Go to the interceptions realm, and nothing really changed all that much. And then Alfonso Denard didn't even really play all that much. I want to check the forced fumbles, though. Who had 4? Wow. Carlos Dansby. Carlos Dansby had a very good year. He had a solid, very, very solid year. Cannot knock him. Cannot knock him at all. Let's see what can we upgrade on him? He's a base 4-3 guy. Probably not the best scheme fit, but whatever, I guess. He's pretty good at all across the board. I can't lie. He's a pretty balanced player. He's not the best. He doesn't have one particular stat that kind of stands out. And this is another guy we really need to take a look at, get taken care of. Danny Shelton. I don't know why they signed him or why they drafted him a couple years back. It wasn't necessarily the best move in my opinion. Bring him to an 80 overall. That should put us at a pretty nice little defensive line. We had a pretty nice little defensive line, Rodney Starks. I'm probably saying his name wrong. Randy Starks. I knew I got it wrong. I always get his fucking name wrong. And then Desmond Bryant. Really, it's still the secondary, man. It's still the secondary. With Justin Gilbert, Joe Hayden is still the best thing on this defense. So, yeah, I think that's actually where I'm going to end the episode. And we will come back to this next episode. And I'll probably do another season. Try to keep this about maybe a season an episode if I want to. I know I said I was going to do 3 this episode. Or in this video. I don't know why I'm saying episode so much. I know I said that for this video, but I think I'm actually going to end this. It's pretty damn early in the morning. Pretty late, I guess. Pretty late for me, pretty early for some, probably. It's almost 3 in the morning, so I really need to be getting to bed here. I don't really necessarily need to be getting to bed, but hey, I want to go to bed. I'm tired. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later.